Hello, viewers. Welcome to this course. In this course, we'll be covering full road design, and we're going to start by importing data. Here we have some data, some survey data from a road, and then we are going to import our data into Civil 3D. We're going to see how that is done. We are going to import those files into Civil 3D. Then we are going to build an existing ground surface, something of the sort, and then we are going to build our road cross-section. You can see a sample cross-section here. So then after that, we are going to plot our alignment. Our alignment is the backbone of the road design. So here you can see an alignment, for example, representing the center line of the road. You can see the lines here. So we are going to build our own, and we escape from the surface. Then after plotting the alignment, we are going to incorporate design standards into the alignment so that the alignment is able to obey the rules of engineering. Then we are going to design our profiles or the vertical alignment. Then we are also going to incorporate the design standards into that profile. From there on, we will learn how to create output. We're going to learn how to create section sheets, plan and profiles. We are going to learn how to calculate volumes or earthworks, cuts and fills, all that for our quantity takeoff, and for the purposes of quantifying how much work has been done here or how much work needs to go to the bills of quantities. Then finally, we will produce our reports. After you do a design, you need to produce reports so that a contractor or whoever is interacting with the design is able to know what the design is all about. You can also produce setting out data that can be taken by a contractor, and when they go to site, they do not have any problems trying to set out the drawing that you've just provided or the design you've just provided. So where to do that is the reports manager here. So we can do all kinds of reports and produce our reports. So we will begin by looking at the data. Before we look at the data, let's just open a new drawing. We are starting a whole design from scratch. We are starting a whole design from scratch. So yes, we are going to start by looking at our data. So here is an Excel file that contains the data. So a surveyor probably went to site and collected this data. So as you can see, he collected a point number, then he went on and collected the coordinates. These are the coordinates, and then an elevation data, then the description. And this description is coded. You can see there are different kinds of codes. We have CP, we have NA, we have FE, RE, CL, and so on and so forth. So what the surveyor should probably provide to the engineer is the key for these codes. But some of these codes are quite common. For example, FE probably represents a fence, RE represents road edge, CL represents center line, and so on and so forth. So this data needs to be converted to a compatible format to Civil 3D. So if you were to try to bring in this data in this format, in this Excel format, this data will not be imported into Civil 3D. So let's try and see. So how do you import data into Civil 3D? It's pretty simple. So let's try to import the data. How do we import the data? It's pretty simple. We come here to either the tool space or the create ground data panel. So here we have one method. We can click on points and then go to point creation tools. Then the create points toolbar will pop up. So here there's an icon here for importing points. I can click on that. And the second way is to come here at the prospector of the toolspace, and then I right click the points and I go to create, and here I can import the points. So if I click on import, I'm presented with this wizard where I can import those points. So if I click on the plus and here in green, I can add the files. So here you can see the folder in which our data is located, and I have the Excel file here. So if I try to import that file, you can see there's an error that comes up and we're not able to import that file. So for us to be able to import the file, it's pretty simple. We are supposed to, first of all, convert this file into a CSV file. So what do? We just open the file and we go to file here and we save as CSV. So we save as a CSV. We come here and select a comma delimited CSV, which basically means comma separated value. It's a text file, an Excel text file, which is comma separated. Then you have these other CSVs here. Please remember not to select this. This is the correct format, and you can save it. And I had already saved this. So if I go back and close this, we have our file here ready for importation. So let's go and import that file. So I click on import, and then here I go to the file and I click open the CSV file in particular. So I click open, and now here we have our different filtering formats. So you can see the green tick here, which indicates that the file has been successfully imported into Civil 3D, but now we need to do a point filtering, a format filtering. So here you can see different format filtering, and if the first one here is selected, and as you can see, this is how it looks. So if you were to open again our folder and look at this file, so we have the points, and then we have the eastings, and then we have the northings, and then we have the elevation data, and then we have the description. So we need to have P for point, then E for eastings, and then this for northings, and then this for elevation, and then this for our description. So this is a PENZD file. That is our filtering format. So let me count this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So this could be our northings. It's not yet clear for me. I know how the data is configured. So let me just import it as eastings and see whether it imports correctly. So we go back to Civil 3D. And then we select the right filtering format. So this is PENZD, comma delimited. And then if you want to add your points into a particular point group, you can add them. You can create a point group, and then you find it in the list here and add it into the point group. Right now, we do not have any point groups. And if you want to do some advanced options, either you can do an elevation adjustment if possible, coordinate transformation if possible. Currently, we do not want to do that. We just want our raw data as it is. So let's just click OK, and let's see how our data is imported. So currently, you can't see anything on the screen, but our data has been imported. So how do we know that that data has been successfully imported? So what we do is we zoom, just click on Z, enter, then we zoom to the extents. And there you go. This is our data. It's been brought in successfully, but now our format is not the proper format because we've interchanged the eastings and the northings. So we will undo the entire thing and import again the data. So let me go there and undo. Okay, let me just undo. I haven't done anything, everything. Let me just confirm by doing zoom extends again, and we have no data. So let's import again the data. Let's use now the other format or the other option up here, point creation tools. Then I import the data. I click on the plus sign here. I select the right format, which is CSV. And now I want to select the PNEZ. So this will be our nothings, this will be our eastings. So let me just click on that and click OK. Then now again we can do either a zoom extends, or we can just click here and wait. There's our data, and right now it's imported correctly because I know this road starts from here going up, and this is a junction somewhere here. So we'll focus our design on the main road here. All right, so these are the points. As you can see, these are the various points, and they come in one style. So this is the basic style. I know this style. A style is basically how a Civo 3D object is displayed. So you can see for the points here, they're displayed as X's, and then they're in a red color. So that is their style. So let's say you wanted to display the different points in different colors and in different styles and different labels. How would you do that easily? If you were to import your file and you wanted it to come in different styles, in different displays, so that you're able to differentiate. These are the centerline points. These are the road edge points. These are the station points. These are the other points that you have within your design. So how would you do that? So you can utilize something called description keys. So let's look at that. Let's look at description keys. Where are they found? So here at the settings tab, if you go to the point, you can see here something called description keys. And here we have an existing description key set. So let's open it and look at how it looks like. So let's just do edit keys and see this is how it looks like. So remember the different data that we had. It was coded. Our description was coded. As you can see, these descriptions are coded. FE for fence, RE for road edge, and so on and so forth. So here, if you had data that was also coded with such codes, yes, let's say STA, SWMH, TR for tree. So these codes would be able to assign these points, the styles that are selected here. For example, this is a STA style, this is a SOMCO style. So we want to create our own description key set so that it assigns the different points that are coded differently into different styles and descriptions and all that. So how do we do that? We just come here and click this one and copy this one. Let's just copy. Let's copy, and then we can rename it here at the properties. So we can rename it as full road course. Yeah, let's just name it like that. If you want to describe it, you can describe it. I don't want to describe it, so just apply and click OK. Now let me just open and edit the keys. So here in Panorama, I want to edit these keys. So I want to create the different codes. I will start with the CP. Let me just do the CP. Or let me start with the code for centerline. So this is a new code here. As you can see, I've just clicked on one of the lines and then right clicked to select a new code. So I come here and highlight that and I name it CL. So I will only create description keys for the major codes, or the most numerous codes. For example, the center line, the road edge, and something else we'll see, and the fence, for example. So here I'm supposed to assign it that asterisk. As you can see, every code has that star or that asterisk at the end. This is because this is what Civil 3D uses to code and assign it and relate it with these other things like the styles and the point label styles and all that. So here you're supposed to select, you're supposed to select that for you to select a style. So we can select a style from these different styles that are preset within Civil 3D, but let's create a style of our own. So here, let's create a style, and let's, here at the information tab, let's call it the centerline style. And then remember, each style has a marker, it has a label, it has all those things. So the existing style, as we can see, is called a basic style. So we want a centerline style and we want to customize it to what we want. So if you want it to be an X, you can leave it as an X. But if you want it to be a plus, for example, let's say I wanted my centerline to be a plus and I wanted it to also have this circle. So I can change my marker into this marker. And then here at the display, I can come and assign it a different color. So I can come and assign it a different color. So let's say if I wanted my center line to be displayed in magenta, and also my labels, I want them displayed in magenta, I just select the magenta color. So this is a summary of the entire style that we've just created. If you wanted to say that you are the one who created the style, you can also write that. So engineer one, yeah, engineer one, and it's created today, the first day of Feb. And now that we've created our style, we can click on OK. And then the next, let's select it. Oh, we've already selected the style. So the next thing here is the point label style. So you also check this and select point label style. I just want to label our points in with the description only. So it will be labeled CL, for example, for the center lines. So we click OK. Then next you have this format. This format, what it does, there are different kinds of formats. This is the $ asterisk. This, what it does is that this description that is here is the one that will be displayed. It ensures that it is the one that is also displayed in the Civil 3D once we put our description key in motion. So it ensures the raw description and the full description that is given in Civil 3D match. So this is the raw description that was picked on site. Now the full description is what is brought into Civil 3D. So it ensures, that code ensures that they match. And then if I want to pick a new layer for my new centerline point, I can also assign a layer. So this layer will take precedence over any other layer that is apportioned to that point. So the things that you put here on description keys take precedence. We know that in Civil 3D, different objects can be displayed according to different aspects. For example, a point can be displayed according to a point group, but description keys take precedence over point groups, styles, and all that. So even the layer assigned here will take precedence. So if you want to create a new layer called the center line, here you can call it point CL, for example. So this color doesn't matter because the point will take the style that we already assigned, the color that we assigned it. So let's just go with OK. Point CL, we select that layer for now. So these other parameters here, we will not change them. We will not change these other parameters. Let's leave them at the default. So let's create another point. Let's create another point code or description key. So we'll create a description key for array for the road edge, and then I'll put an asterisk there. I'll create a new style again. I'll check it first here, and then I create a new style, And this time my marker, or this will be the road edge style. Then my marker will be probably an X with a square. All right, and then for my display, I want to give it a green, including the label. So we've selected it. Then the point label, again, I want to assign the description only. Format is okay. Layer, create a layer. We call it road. Oh, let's start with points. Array. Let's click OK. Then OK. Then the final one, let's just create a final description key. Let's create a final description key. I can copy that, and then I call it FE asterisk, and then here I assign it for fence. Let me assign it one here that is existing. So let's see whether they have a fence. Let's just select this one and see how it looks like. Description, that's okay. Then let's give it let's just assign it the 0 layer for now. So your assignment will be to create other point codes or description keys for spot heights for these other points. So let's see first of all how the ones we've created will control the display of our points once we assign them. So once I'm done with this, I just click here on the tick to say that I'm satisfied with the description key. And then I can go back to the prospector and then go to the all points, to all my points. I want to assign these points the description key that I've just created. So I go to the all points group. This all points group was created by default once we imported these points. So I apply description keys, and now you can see the display kind of changes, and I don't want the fence to appear like this, the FE. I don't want it to appear like this. I want to change that style. Let me change that style. So I can go back to my settings tab, edit keys, and then here at panorama, I look for this, and then I change this style. Let me just create a style of my own. I go here to the marker. Let me just select an X without this. Let me just select an X without that, and then I apply. And then for the display, let me change the color to this. I think I'd changed to this. Don't know why it looks different. So let me just apply that. Oh, I had changed that style to, let me edit this style first of all. Let me edit current selection. I did not call it F. Let me just call it FE. I have not changed the name. Then the display, let me change it to cyan. Let me apply this and then click OK, and then ensure that I have that checked. So I'll go back to the prospector tab, right click, and then apply description keys. So now you can see the different styles look a bit different. So the scale is a bit big. So let me change this annotation scale. Let me give it half what we are seeing right now. And now you can see the different styles appear in the different points appear in different styles. You can see. So they have their labels, they have their symbols well displayed. So the descriptions keys allow you to automatically assign the different styles of choice to your points. So instead of going and taking different points and assigning them groups and then changing the styles of the groups, the description key automatically does this for you very simply. So next time we'll see how to now do our surface, our existing ground surface. Once we've imported our points, the next thing usually is to create our surface. So see you next time.